Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Real Estate RoundUp Podcast. I am your host, Kobe Zinn, and I am joined here, as always, by my co-hosts, Andres Martinez and Tony Flores. And how you guys doing today?
Awesome.
Great, doing great, man.
Everyone else is doing well.
Yeah, I hope so as well. I'm glad to hear that you guys are doing good. But for our listeners today, we are going to be doing a pretty special edition of the Real Estate Roundup, where we're going to be catching up a little bit with our co-hosts and also digging into some of the things that we are doing for our business and our clients in our real estate business for 2024, as well as a little housing market forecast as well. So we'll start with you, Andres, just right off the bat. So you just got, you just came back from a housing forecast, like seminar training event. How did that go? What was your experience there?
That forecast was actually pretty eye-opening. It was just explaining on where everything as far as the housing market was in 2023, what they forecast for 2024. As we know, the interest rates have hovered around high sevens, eights, and over the last month, it's dropped about 1.25%. And they were just saying that we're starting to see some positivity, and hopefully the Fed will start lowering that interest rate because there's a lot of people on the sidelines. There's a lot of willing buyers that are just a little bit, that interest rate being kind of high kind of has a lot of people just shying away from purchasing a home.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm glad you got a lot of good information from there. What about you, Tony? What have you kind of seen, and what are kind of your prediction moving forward here in 2024 as we kind of wrap up the first month and move forward into more so of the real estate season, if you will.
Yeah, similar to what Andres is saying, and it's really kind of a housing forecast, right? So it's kind of like the weather forecast. So there's just indicators, there's just signs of potential things that are coming around the corner. But the good news is, after the rates hit some highs close to the 8%, we're seeing them decline and we're seeing them drop. And it's projected by the experts that there probably will be additional rate drops as well. So maybe we do this, we're doing our podcast recorded a little bit earlier, so I have actually see more rate drops by the time it lands. But as Andres is saying, there's people that are waiting, and of course, typically the market improves closer to April when people are getting ready to end the school year. That's when a lot of people start getting in the market. So right now, honestly, is actually a really great time because there's people that have been their houses have been for sale on the market. So right now, it's a great time for buyers because they can take advantage of some of the sellers that are just tired and want to offload their properties, especially if they're vacant. And that's what I'm seeing kind of across the board. But things that we've been doing, we're always looking for some way to help educate ourselves and educate that way we can educate our clients. So we go to different training events, like Andres went to market forecasts and things like that. We're getting into different things, helping people, more people with just different avenues of ways to sell their houses and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm meeting with builders just like Andres, and we're talking about existing inventory and things like that. So lots of things to help our clients be in the know for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's a good transition into kind of what we plan on talking a little bit about here today, which is, what are we doing, right? So, a lot of people on the outside looking in, they see us kind of, in the real estate business, and there's, they know what we do like with clients, but they don't necessarily see kind of what's behind the scenes, right? Some of the support systems that we have, and just kind of overall how we're educating ourselves and why that's even beneficial to the clients that are out there. So, just on that note, right? Well, do you mind just kind of sharing a little bit? Andres, we'll start with you, but just kind of what are we doing what are you doing to improve your business here in 2024? What have you done in 2023 that you've seen pay off? And just kind of an open forum discussion into some of the things you might be looking into doing in 2024 and moving forward in your business.
So as far as for me, during 2023, I actually had a pretty steady year. I was able to help a lot of families. And one of the reasons is I kind of was able to explain how a new builder, because when interest rates were in the sevens and the eights, there were a lot of builders offering closing costs, they were offering incentives, and they were actually able to buy down the rate. So there was a lot of clients that I was able to close in 2023 at a 4.99, at a 5.5, even uh, a 6%, right? So I was able to educate my clients on the possibility of purchasing a new home. I showed them existing inventory. I showed them new build homes. And then as far as I, I was able to explain how far your money stretches with a lower interest rate. And I let them make a decision. So I was happy that I was able to save them on their monthly payment. I was able to get them probably a little bit more house, just because if your interest rate is lower, payments lower, and you're able to afford a little bit more home. So it was a win for the clients. And that was something that I really, really was able to educate my clients on this.
Nice. So where are you? I guess like where are you learning these things, right? So I mean, there's a lot of people who they understand what's going on, but they don't know like what kind of goes on behind the scenes. So was this information that you were just kind of able to get as you were networking in 2023, or is this something that you actually took like I guess like intention to acquire this skill set?
So I did have some intention. I actually did reach out, took some classes, took some GRI, met with a lot of lenders. And then one of the main reasons is during 2022, when the market was just hot, there was zero inventory, the interest rates were low. But then I was able to see how new home builders were able to add an incentive of closing costs. When the market started going up as far as interest rates, I uh, realized fairly quick that they were keeping, even their interest rates went up, they were able to keep them very competitive. And then once we got into the six and sevens, it was actually like 1% difference. At some points, it was 2% difference. So as I was monitoring the market, I started to see like, well, this might benefit my clients. I never encourage my clients, if they want an existing home, I will help them find an existing home. And there's ways to get an existing home and get a buyer a rate buy down. It's just we do it through concessions. So that's something that we ask the seller. So just understanding of how we can keep as much money in the pocket of our clients. That's how I just kind of learned how to navigate the market.
Right. Yeah. So you're always looking to kind of improve, improve upon your skills and improve upon your knowledge. And you mentioned the GRI classes, and I know that was actually how you and Tony met, was at the GRI classes. So Tony, you were at the GRI classes as well. Did you see kind of that? Well, maybe kind of explain kind of what that is first. But did you see kind of that paying off in your business in 2023? Is that something that you're kind of carrying the knowledge that you learned from that course into what you're doing in 2024 as well?
Oh, for sure. So the GRI, for those that don't know, it's a Graduate Realtor Institute. It's 90 hours of classes that, of course, there's 3 different sessions, and we take a test after every session. So it's really like the way ours is divided into 4 days, 3 separate months. So we did it over a 3-month period, and yeah, just a great wealth of knowledge that we learn about. We learn about the whole thing as a business. We learn more about the brokerages, and we learn about different different things, marketing. We had great instructors. I was very happy with the instructors. Of course, we went in person, and yeah, it's a great way to network, to meet new people. Andres and I, Joseph, another partner of ours, we all kind of found each other through you know through being there, but also we found that we had similar alignment as far as the way we care for our clients, the way we want to always keep re-educating ourselves and best serve our clients. So that's kind of how we developed the friendship and met that way. But as far as the knowledge, yes, it's definitely helped us. I would definitely recommend it for people that are realtors that want to serve their clients at the highest level, and it's a great designation to have.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, I mean, that's probably something that people don't know is, one of these, some of these courses that are being offered, right? So this is, I believe it's the GRI was a CE credit for you guys. Is that correct?
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that realtors do need to do continuing education, just like a lot of trained professionals, like nurses and different people in different industries. They have to keep up with what's current, and so this is a continuing education. Once you get it, you do kind of graduate. You don't have to keep going to that one. You do have to keep your license active. You do have to keep doing additional trainings, and you can kind of pick and choose. But this one, to me, it was all in very, very broad depth of information and kind of just hit on a lot of different things. So that it's great to have. And I was kind of surprised, in comparison to some of the people that were there. There were some people that had not taken classes. They'd been in real estate 10, 15, and sometimes the one guy was over 20 years in the real estate industry, didn't have that designation. Very knowledgeable person, but he wanted to make sure he checked that box, and he did that class also as well.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I mean, so you mentioned in your GRI classes, right? That was, kind of how you guys all met. And I think there's a lot of people who've been maybe following our show and maybe have heard us talk a little bit about this, here or there, but just kind of how we all got connected and how we're all related. So, for those who don't know, the reason why we started this podcast was because we're all part of the same organization, real estate organization within our brokerage, eXp Realty. So we're all connected that way. So we have aligned interest, and you can kind of probably go back to one of our previous episodes where we talked more about this into what that is and how that works. But just there's a lot of tangible benefits that we could, or maybe we want to go into this, maybe not, but there's a lot of intangible benefits into kind of aligning yourself with other real estate professionals, other real estate agents, like the way that we are doing now, really not at a cost to us or our business, if that makes sense. So, Andres, I know this has been a pretty big experience for you, and I know you made the big career decision to jump over to EXP from your previous brokerage, kind of late last year. So, would you mind kind of sharing a little bit about just some of the, I would say, like some of the intangible benefits that you've seen your growth in your career, and also the way that you've been able to help more clients in this past, I would say, just a couple of months and moving forward as well.
I benefited a lot just from having colleagues, right? Kobe, well, we started off and you approached us about the podcast. At that point, me myself, I was screen shy. I was afraid. But the way you conveyed it over to me, it actually was motivating. I was excited. And now I'm able to do small reels with informative information for my clients. I'm able to market a lot of the properties for my clients a lot better because I'm understanding the technology and just being comfortable with myself, right? Thanks to you and offering an olive branch, it has benefited me. Tony, when I do listings or if I have a questions, I can bounce ideas off him. And then he's a great resource. I also have Christine. She was my mentor and still is my mentor, right? And I'm able to bounce ideas off her too. We're doing a client appreciation this week. We're working together. And then as far as like Joseph is someone else in our team. And when he needs any help or any ideas, he reaches out. I make myself as available as possible. I'm excited to make myself available, but and the reason being is because of you guys. Anytime I need to reach out or I have a question, I can reach out to Kobe. If Kobe's not available at that time, he will reach out within a couple of hours. Also, Tony, right? Tony, he answers his phone. He'll call me, and it's just a very, very comfortable setting that EXP has, that I've enjoyed a lot. I've actually enjoyed the transition, and I'm trying my best to become an icon agent, and hopefully we're about halfway there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, that's a really good point that you brought up, which is kind of learning from other people, right? And just being able to bounce ideas off other people. And, there's a lot of things that, people see us doing like this podcast, and they say to themselves, right, I could never do something like this, right? And that was me when I first started as well. But kind of when I looked at what other people were able to do, and with the guidance and people helping me through getting these things done, it made me realize that it was a lot easier than I made it out to be. So I want to kind of pass that on as well to anybody that is in our group that want to be on video, want to do more, want to share more information as well. And I think this is one of the reasons why we even started this podcast. And it's been really fun, just in my opinion, for the past couple of weeks that we've done episodes. So
Another
yeah.
thing, Kobe, is like with EXP, it's not about competition. It's about building each other and uplifting each other up and trying to help everyone get to that next level. And I really enjoy that culture. Everyone is a resource. Went to EXP Con, had an awesome time out there in Vegas with you guys. But the greatest experience that I've had with EXP is everyone is forthcoming with information, and everyone's giving me ideas on how I could grow my business. That's why I'm excited. I actually just got my first mentee, and I'm an open book for her, and I'm going to give her the same ideas y'all have passed on to me.
Awesome, man. Well, congrats on that.
I'm
And
very excited.
and I know yeah, yeah, no, it must be pretty exciting to, right? Because you guys are both mentors with EXP as well, to mentor new agents coming in. And I know, Tony, you've been here a little bit longer than Andres has. And you were the one who brought him over, actually.
Yeah.
Based on the knowledge that you have, and being available as well as a mentor, and as a friend, and as a business partner. So just based on your time over here, what are some, I guess, like some things that you feel are kind of like the intangibles of the benefits that you've seen? Because you've been an investor before, you're newer as an agent, but you were in the business, and you also had your own circle as well. But you also, when you moved over here, you had access to a different network. So how did that kind of impact you, both on the investor side, but also on the agent side?
Well, one thing that I really loved about what I was finding out when I was deciding on a brokerage is like I wanted to make sure, to me, partnerships and aligning myself with people that are similar or have similar goals or on a path that may be further up than I am at that time. That as an investor or as a realtor, it could be one or the other. It's kind of like, kind of a path for doing both at the same time, which is similar to what I'm doing, getting ready to start a flip right now. And but being able to have direct mentors that have done both, that have been realtors, are investing or investing significantly, and going into apartments and things like that, and it's just a great synergy when you have the right people in the right places, like Brant, Chris, Charlie, Kobe, and then I see myself, okay, these are some goals, these are some great people here, part of our organizations, called the Wolfpack, and just being able to help get some information from them, being able to know what they're getting involved with, and also helping bring people along, because Andres is gonna be going through learning some more of how I do my flip. He was kind of you saw the last one that I did. I'm gonna show them really more from the beginning part on this one. So it's a lot of fun just being able to align myself with great people in our organization and help each other out. That's what we're here for. Bounce ideas off each other. Everyone has different strengths. Toby has amazing strengths in different types of marketing, and he's created a podcast. Now this is I think his second podcast, so we're just want to partner with that, and it's just helping us develop as people, as individuals, as communicators, being comfortable, and just things like that. So it's just a great opportunity.
Right. And I love that you mentioned that. It's not really just, there's definitely a lot of benefits in helping us develop our business, but there's also benefits in developing, individuals as far as like you mentioned, as people, right? As just individuals in our daily lives. And I noticed that, like, for me personally, it's been a very big help after, I joined and kind of came along with this group, and just something I never really expected, but also very grateful for, which is all of the personal development, mindset training that we get, and all of the just being surrounded by people who kind of think on a similar, uh, they have similar mindsets as us, but also they're accomplishing different things, and they're accomplishing more things in different areas, right? So they're great role models, I think, just at least for me, my personal experience, to kind of be associated with, right? A lot of these people, like you mentioned, Tony, they're investing in, multiple syndications, apartments, mobile home parks, and they're very successful in their business and also their personal lives as well, right? They're grateful people. They're helpful. They're very giving and generous as well. And I'm very grateful to be associated with these people for, really, didn't have to pay like a platinum membership to get into this group. I didn't have to, you know, you know, find myself in some weird situation as well. I just, just simply being part of this brokerage and associating myself with good people. I'm not learning just on the business side, but also improving on the personal side as well. And I think that's super important for us, right? In real estate, but also as individuals,
Right.
as well. So, I think, looking into 2024, right? There's we all have our goals and our aspirations and different things that we want to do. So I want to touch a little bit on that. Andres, we'll start with you again. So, as your business progresses in 2024, you mentioned one of your goals was to hit icon at EXP. Was there anything else that you wanted to do in 2024? Either just adding things to your business, more things that you wanted to do, and when you look back here at the end of the year, what are some things that you would, I guess, looking out, you would hope to accomplish and you're working on right now this year?
I think my main goal right now is trying to become an icon agent. So what I have been doing is I've been doing the groundwork. So I've been doing the pop buys, I've been doing the videos, I've been communicating with all my clients. You do the three touches: email, phone conversation, and I always drop off a gift. So I just want to keep nurturing those relationships so I can continue to grow. I've been lucky that all of my clients have great things to say about me, and I want to keep growing that. I'm a agent that works in the best interest of my client, and not just for that specific transaction, but I want them to be successful in anything they do in life. And anytime, anything, any information I can give them as far as for them to protect their investment, which is either the sale of their home or the purchase of a new home, any information I can give them, I will give them that information. So just being able to just convey information as far as when it comes to the homestead exemption and new laws that have passed through legislation here in Texas, and then also it's unusually cold here in Texas, and just being able to educate them on how they can protect their pipes, their plumbing. And I'm hoping by me investing in my clients' best interest and investing in them, setting them up for success, it'll set me up for success and hopefully get to Icon.
Yep, absolutely. I love it, and can't wait to see you, get that trophy, right? The
Yeah,
icon
I hope
trophy that
so. Yes.
that we get. Well, how about you, Tony? I know you're working on a lot as well in your business. I know you're adding actually a content, really diving deeper into content this year, right? And that's, maybe you can touch on, some of the things that you're working on there with Charlie, who's also part of our group,
Yeah.
as well.
So yeah, one of the things that I've making a conscious decision is to just do more video content to help get the word out. Similar to what we're doing with podcasts, is just be able to provide additional value, whether someone's looking now or they just want to kind of just get some information to save for later or maybe share for somebody else, just to help clarify kind of my message is really important, and then kind of what my whole brand is about. So, and that's what I intend to do. Just educate more people, make sure to keep getting educated myself, and just to help people whether they're ready to buy or sell at this time or just ready, just want to continue to learn about what might be. They're curious about what happens in day-to-day business. So that's my whole goal: to help more people achieve what they need to do with real estate, or just help entertain them about anything that's going on in real estate.
Right. Yeah, no, absolutely. I think I'm looking forward to seeing all that content as well as you start posting more of it and really start leveraging a lot of the tech tools that we're kind of all messing around with, like AI. And I know we talked a lot about AI in previous episodes as well.
Mhm.
And maybe it's a good topic to touch on now. I mean, is there anything that you guys are either of you are messing with when it comes to all this new AI technology coming out and, the new developments. I mean, it's getting really fast, with all the updates and different things. So,
Well, kind of like what you mentioned or alluded to, one of the things I'm doing with one of our partners here with EXP, partner with Andres and Kobe, is Charlie's developed kind of his own system, and using artificial intelligence, we are going to be taking some of the video clips and automated some of the content creation. So it's just going to turn like a what we call like a long form format, and then divide it up into smaller segments to kind of piece it out over time. And so it's really, really interesting. It saves labor because artificial intelligence essentially is, really we're on the forefront of it. We don't want to kind of take a backseat and wait till the dust settles. We want to be really just proactive, and because the technology is here, and the great thing is I don't need to know everything about artificial intelligence. The great thing is I partner myself with great people who have kind of done some of that homework, and I'm like, okay, well, you're getting to the point where you're getting into the groove. I'm still at the beginning stages, but if I can leverage you and I can use your knowledge, um, let me do that, because there's just so many things in real estate. We can, as an agents, we can just find ourselves like going down lots of different rabbit holes. If I just spent a lot of time on AI like Charlie has, I might take my eyes off of business and developing someone else, some of the relationships that I have with builders or past clients and things like that. So it helps me um, keep myself on the forefront of it, but I'm leveraging other people's time, which is Charlie, and we're using also some VAs as well, virtual assistants. So just being able to help, just being able to be part of this organization, this network of people here with EXP is really going to help kind of springboard my business as well.
yeah, no, absolutely. It's all about that, right? We can't. There's only so much time we have throughout the day and so much effort we can devote to all these different rabbit holes, like you mentioned. We can't necessarily just devote our time to all of it. So it's good to have other people come in and create systems and training and different different things that we can input into our business as well. So what about you? What about you, Andres? Are you doing anything specifically with AI, or are you kind of looking down into a different path, different direction?
So the way I'm using AI is I'm trying to build more content as far as videos that are going to be informative on how they could benefit my clients. Like uh, I might do something on the benefit of an air filter. So what I'm was looking at is having AI build some scripts for me and try to see how I can use that resource to kind of streamline and just have a better outline of a specific video on specific content.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's really, I think that's a really good way to use the technology, right? Is to have it kind of create these create outlines and scripts and different things that might take a lot of time to do, but now it saves us a lot of time. And really it all goes back to understanding what it is, being, not being afraid to take advantage of these tools anymore, because we see other people doing it and we can kind of follow in their footsteps as well. So yeah, I think it was a really good kind of just a recap of what we're doing, what we look forward to doing here in 2024, and also some of the things that we learned and really we're grateful for in 2023 and before as well. So just kind of wrap things up, right? What would you guys say? Anything as far as to other agents, other clients to look forward to in 2024? Really kind of like a positive outlook, right? As we kind of wrap up the first month of the year and really move towards the rest of the year. So we'll start with you, Tony, and then we'll wrap up with you, Andres.
Yeah, I would just say, like, if anyone, right now during the beginning time of the year, really typically a slower time of year, people are reassessing what they're doing, what their goals are, if they're aligned, particularly with their with their peers, their mentors, even brokerages. If anyone has questions about what we're doing with EXP and part of the Wolfpack organization, feel free to reach out to any one of us, myself, Andres, Kobe. Love to be able to be a resource, or just, if you have any questions about it, I'd love to be able to help you. And outside of that, when people are looking for their real estate, what they're looking for the real estate goals, we'd love to be able to help our clients and help them, navigate what what their plans are. If they have plans to do something, later on this year, well, the time to talk about it, might be sooner rather than later, because we can help prepare and talk about next steps to get our clients best prepared for that next step. Sometimes it might be, if it's on the buying side, it might be, well, let's take a look at your credit now to see if there's something we can fix, and you'll be ready and closer to the 90-day mark when you're going to be closer to getting pre-approved and things like that. And sometimes it just might be preparing the house. Okay, what are some of the things that as agents, we have kind of like a fresh set of eyes on their house. Well, have you thought about maybe we can do something here? And it gives them a longer runway as far as things that they can prepare for to sell their house or to buy the house. So there's things that we can do. Sometimes people wait till they're ready to pull the trigger to contact us, and really it's the best practice to call before, hey, this is what I'm thinking about, without any obligation to do anything.
Right. Absolutely. Love it. Love that answer. And what about you, Andres? We'll wrap it up. What are some things you would say either to agents or to buyers or sellers as we look forward into, the rest of 2024?
My recommendation would be, like, life is all about opportunity. So when an opportunity presents itself, you want to be prepared, right? So one thing, if you're a buyer and you're going to buy a home in 2024, call us today so we could get you prepared, we get you pre-qualified, and everything could be in order. So when the opportunity comes, you can take advantage of the opportunity. And then as far as for an agent, if you feel that you're alone, if you feel like you're on an island, well, we are your raft, right? We are your lifeboats. Give us a call, communicate with us. We're not scary people. We all help each other. You don't see me on this podcast asking you call me. Call one of us, right? We all work together. We all have the same interests. We want y'all to benefit from EXP. If that's what you would like to do, we would love to educate you on EXP. If that's something you might, or if you just need some advice, reach out to us. I'm willing to share my experience with you, and I'm pretty sure Kobe and Tony are as well.
Yep. Absolutely, and you are right. We're not scared of people, right?
Yeah, we're not scared
Am I
people.
scared of you guys?
No.
At
I
least I don't like to think so.
I just hear it so much, Kobe. And I just heard this like last week. Hey, I've been a realtor for a year, and I'm like, oh, what have you done in real estate? What have you been? I don't know. No one called me. No one told me anything, and I'm thinking about not not using my license. I'm gonna deactivate my license. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Talk to me first. Let's see how we can help you. Let's come up with a plan to set you up for success. Let's make sure we work together for your success. And at that point, they get excited again. They're eager to learn. People are eager to learn, but sometimes we're just not exposed to a positive environment. We are that positive environment, and we want to round up as many agents and bring them on board. Make sure that we share our positive experiences with them.
Yep. Absolutely, absolutely. And something else to look forward to in 2024 is just getting a sneak peek into some of the actual trainings that we are doing within our team. If you are an agent and this is something that you want to really kind of get a sample of, right? Get a test trial, get a test run, and see some of the trainings that we've done, you have an opportunity to do so. Later on this year, and we'll actually give you guys a little sneak peek into some of the stuff that we're doing as a group and as a team as well. But if you're listening to this, watching this, you want to reach out, whether you're a client or an agent, make sure to check the description down below, get the information get our contact information. So that way you can reach out. Again, you can reach out for anything. We will be happy to help you. But other than that, just want to wrap up for today. I think it was a great episode. Again, thank you guys so much for being here with us, for sharing your value, your knowledge, and also your experience as well. I'm having a lot of fun doing this podcast with you guys and our listeners. Thank you for tuning in as always, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Real Estate Roundup. Take care.
Take care.